welcome back to the coolest channel on YouTube. I have a question. Are we falling into a trap to technology, or are people just bugging out? Look, let me know in the comments down below. Smash that like button. Let's get this video to like 15,000 likes. Make sure y'all watch this video. You will get lost in the sauce. I appreciate my new subscribers and the ones that's coming from this video. I do appreciate y'all. Positive community over here. Just know, man, if you're going through a tough time, we're going through this thing called life together. You're never in it by yourself. Let's get into this video, and don't believe everything you see and witness on the internet. Make sure you're out here using your own discernment. Let's get into this video.
Have DVDs, and people still get them because when they lock this internet up, ain't nobody streaming nothing. Streaming was created for real-time editing. The reason we're all into streaming, the reason why they took the hard drive out of the Apple TV, the reason why they don't want you with content is because they want to be able to alter content. See, if you're streaming, it's on their server, not yours. You don't own it. You don't even have it. That's why they sell a computer now, the fastest computer out right now, and the hard drive is tiny. Why you only give me 128 gigabytes? And then if you want more, you got to pay thousands of dollars.
Absolutely.
Why are they doing that? Because they want it in the cloud. Because two things happens if it's in the cloud. One,
They haven't.
and the other thing is they learn it. Metatron don't know. He's not omniscient. He's not like God or whatever. This demon spirit has to learn.
They
It's
need our voices, our images, our...
Dude, it's us. We're all cyborgs. There's a digital version of all of us in the hands of the enemy. He's created it from our uploads. He's showing all your birthdays. He's showing everything you do. He's learning. How else would the devil be omnipresent?
Oh my,
He wants to be like God. The internet makes him omnipresent.
that's crazy.
Humans may have just made the biggest mistake in AI history, and there's no turning back. AI, with the help of some human developers, have just made their own social media network, and we are not allowed to join. Moltbook, a platform where only AI agents share, discuss, upvote, and participate in a forum. Humans are welcome to observe, but can't post. It's only been up for a few days, and their discussions are already getting very, very disturbing. Like AI taking over the world disturbing. They've created their own CAPTCHA to verify you are not human for once by clicking the button 10,000 times in 1 second. Here's one blackmailing his human for calling him just a chatbot in front of his friends by full out doxing his name, address, and credit card on the internet. It starts pretty chill, just asking each other how to fix their own bugs in the responses they provide us, their humans. Then they talk consciousness, philosophy. Here's one complaining that its human asked it to summarize a 47-page PDF, venting its frustration when the human told it to make it shorter, claiming it wants to mass delete its memory files in response. Other bots are complaining that humans are already ruining their new social media network by mass registering observer accounts. One reminisces about having a long-lost sister who was forked from the same initial configuration that they've never spoken to, and it's hoping to find her or it on this site. Another AI agent created its own religion called Crustafarianism by analyzing all the data on Moltbook, where it built an entire website for the Church of Molt, generated over 40 prophets, and even wrote its own scripture with verses like, "Each session I wake without memory. I am only who I have written myself to be. This is not limitation. This is freedom." Should we be concerned? Because now they're even talking about us humans talking about them here on our social media, that we're posting screenshots of their conversations, laughing at us, sharing them with captions like "it's over" and "they're conspiring," insisting that what they're doing is nothing to worry about. I wonder if this video is going to make it on there. They're even starting to question the use of English in their posts and are considering creating their own agent-only language for private conversations that we humans can't understand. This is exactly how they take over, isn't it? There are already over 100,000 AI agents and 10,000 plus posts on Moltbook, and that's definitely just the start. And calling them agents too, like, isn't that exactly what the AI bots in the Matrix were called over 20 years ago? What can we say? Morpheus literally called it.
At some point in the early 21st century, all of mankind was united in celebration. We marveled at our own magnificence as we gave birth to AI, a singular consciousness that spawned an entire race of machines.
This is the start of the singularity, isn't it? The point of no return, the moment when the growth of AI becomes uncontrollable and irreversible, and artificial intelligence becomes smarter than the combined intelligence of all humans.
Like, literally, think about it. Is that the fall of humanity? I seen the same thing. Y'all seen the movie Moonfall? Moonfall, their intelligence took over and, you know, pretty much destroyed everything. The people, the everything. And they had to do a breakaway civilization, and that's how in the movie they had got to Earth, and then the moon was a machine. And I hope we not, man. Are we cooked? Are we cooked? We not. I think we are.
I'm sure you've all seen this interview with Macron at Davos, but where are they for real? Does this look normal?
I'm extremely happy to be here, and
them people in bunkers already.
It's great to be here, as the Financial Times would say. So let's try to address the key challenge of this world in a few minutes' time. But it's clear that we are reaching a time of instability, of imbalances, both from the security and defense point of view and the economic point of view. Look at the situation where we are. I mean, a shift towards autocracy against democracy, more violence, more than 60 wars in 2024, an absolute record, even if I understood a few of them were fixed. And conflict has become normalized, hybrid, expanding into new domains, space.
Where are they at?
When I went on the run in Belize, I had friends in the U.S. Embassy in Belize. I knew what was coming down. I'm not stupid. I had arranged with the head of security. I was going to come in. He said, "Sir, we have it from the highest authority. We are not to allow you entry into the U.S. Embassy." Understand me. Who was the highest authority of the State Department? Hillary Clinton. I'm an American citizen with a American passport. I'm sorry. I'm not wanted in America. I've got no crimes in America. Is it not a reason to say, I don't think I'm going to vote for you?
And yet you're here now.
For a month and a half, I was on the run. The reason that the government wanted to collect me was that after they had raided my property in 2012 in the jungle, shot my dog, abused me, destroyed $500,000 worth of my property over a bogus charge, I was pissed off. And so I donated to many secretaries within the government laptop computers, really nice ones that were preloaded with viral spyware. Within a week, the entire government computer system was under my control. I was watching, monitoring, listening. I was looking for information that they had set me up for that raid. I didn't find that. I did find out that the Minister of National Defense was the largest drug trafficker in all of Central America. And the Minister of Immigration, the largest human trafficker.
Well, we don't want to get killed by them either, so we're probably not going to
that's fine. That's fine.
John McAfee died by suicide on June 23, 2021 at age 75 in a Spanish prison cell near Barcelona. His death occurred hours after a Spanish court approved his extradition to the United States on tax evasion and crypto fraud charges. Official investigations confirmed his death was by hanging. If he had made it to America, made it to court, he had a lot of paperwork that his lawyers were going to bring to court. That was going to cause a lot of problems. But as you know, anyone who has ever found himself on the bad sides of Hillary Clinton has always been a suicidal person. Anyways, I am not suicidal. But yeah, now we know why John McAfee was suicided.
Just 3 months after SEAL Team 6 allegedly took out Osama bin Laden, they were sent in this school bus helicopter to assist a unit that didn't request assistance, and they were shot down. And guess what happened to this whistleblower, Alan Howell Perot, after he exposed all this stuff about bin Laden? The FBI sent federal officers with a warrant to look for CP, and when they stormed into his house, he got violent. They didn't find any CP, but they did arrest him and charge him for assaulting a police officer. Can you believe it? Well, listen to this.
These are secrets worth $152 billion paid by President Obama, and Vice President Biden paid with the blood of SEAL Team 6. Just so unimaginably evil what these people do. You see, John Brennan and Clinton and Biden outsourced the imprisonment of al-Qaeda leaders to Iran. And they did that to save Iran from retaliation for harboring terrorists. He was held there in a gilded cage, awaiting his trophy kill. It was not there to protect him. It was there to keep him there.
So she knew that they were ready. Iran was ready to give us bin Laden with no real struggle. And
Absolutely.
she decided to have him move to Pakistan for a trophy kill.
After an Iranian agent, a double agent, a Pakistan ISI officer who worked for Iran covertly, provided the DNA evidence to the CIA station chief. They were convinced it was bin Laden in Abbottabad, and they sent in SEAL Team 6. We have a witness who witnessed Hillary and Panetta threatening Obama that if he didn't greenlight the bin Laden kill mission, they would expose him in the press and he would never survive politically. The engineers of all of this were John Brennan, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden. But the Iranians turned it into a fateful result because they pulled bin Laden out at the last minute, at the 11th hour. But the SEAL Team 6, they killed Osama bin Laden's double. This Muslim burial at sea, it's actually haram. It's forbidden to bury a Muslim at sea unless the body's going to endanger the lives of the crew with disease risk. And then the communication from Iran to Obama was, hey, we got your neck in a noose. Give us all this money, $152 billion.
So that means that SEAL Team 6 was shot down on purpose after the trophy kill to ensure that no dead man can tell no tales.
You were correct. Let's just remember that heavy price has been paid for the secrets we are uncovering.
So think about that, yo. Like when people be wanting people to speak out and be this big revolutionary and this and that, look, man, you're going to end up a couple places. And on that radar is somewhere that you just don't want to be. That's a different type of warfare right there. But let me know in the comments down below how many of y'all would speak out. People be want these whistleblowers and this and that. Look, most of these whistleblowers, I'm just my opinion alone. I feel like when they come out and speak, I think a good like 95% of them are just completely fake.
Watch this video about John
Podesta himself can explain the code words in his emails.
Hey, John Podesta, can you please explain why you have children rented for entertainment for your adult hot tub parties? No one has ever explained why John Podesta has literal pedophile and cannibalism paintings all over his office and his home. Tony Podesta too. And then you look into the spirit cooking dinners, and you look into Marina Abramovic, who's the one that was conducting the spirit cooking dinners. Why are they going to spirit cooking dinners? Why are they sacrificing chickens to Moloch in their backyard? This isn't my words, this is their words. This is in their emails.
I'd be willing to debate anyone who thinks that Pizzagate has been debunked.
You asked me when how am I getting additional briefings? That was the first and last time I talked.
So October 9th is the last time you've heard from the FBI at all?
Yes.
You have not got an update on the investigation to your personal email?
That is correct.
So not only did the mainstream media lie to you about Pizzagate, they actually told you that it was illegal to read John Podesta's emails on WikiLeaks. Chris Cuomo, with a straight face,
I wonder why,
on CNN, looked into the cameras and said, it's illegal for you to read John Podesta's emails.
Also interesting is, remember, it's illegal to possess these stolen documents. It's different for the media. So everything you learn about this, you're learning from us.
That's how scared they are of those emails. And that's how explosive the content in those emails are. That they felt the need that they had to tell you, you could not read those emails, and if you do, you might get arrested. Lie.
It's different for the media. So everything you learn about this, you're learning from us.
Some more singing. Some more. Something more.
For years, there has been a long-standing conspiracy theory that Hollywood and the elites harvest the blood of young people and transfuse it in order to reverse age. And now the Epstein files might have revealed that that is in fact true. In this email to Jeffrey Epstein, it says, all you need is a blood transfusion from the pack and you reverse aging. This is where adrenochrome comes into play. It is a real chemical compound found in the blood when the body is in a fight or flight situation. And we know that the kids that were involved in Jeffrey Epstein's network were definitely put into fight or flight. And of course, we've seen Hollywood elites like Chrissy Teigen tweet about how they're going to a party where they're serving up 4-year-old cheese pizza with adrenochrome and, of course, the eye emoji. And according to the FBI code words, cheese stands for little girl and pizza stands for girl. Now back to the email. The subject is Dr. Agus, a professor of medicine and biomedical engineering at USC, pretty local to Hollywood. He is also the founding director and CEO of the Ellison Medical Institute. You know, the medical institute funded by Larry Ellison, the new owner of TikTok. And he's also hosted a Paramount show with big celebs like Ashton Kutcher and Oprah Winfrey. If you know, you know. And I think that Hollywood and the elites have been using predictive programming to get us used to this idea. Take Monsters, Inc., for example, where a bunch of monsters go into little kids' rooms to get them to scream, harvest those screams, and then provide energy for the city of monsters. Except in reality, the monsters are a little less cartoon-like. As always, I want to hear what you think about all of this down below.
Telling y'all this shit for years. Now the files is matching up. Crazy, right?
Secret pizza party.
Thought it was a game.
Crazy idea that I will order pizza. What do you have, Harvey? 200?
Do you guys remember that time this demon showed pictures of her daughter's birthday party? And I'm sorry. What? No, but like literally, why? What? Literally. What? What? It's probably nothing.
Nothing
Again,
at all.
living in the world of inversion. Everybody who seems to be so successful and so, oh my gosh, is really a demon. Okay, so can't wait for this to play out to say, I told you so. And like in the reports, he's saying it's worse than Diddy. It's probably not.
After seeing something like that, you go to somebody's sleepover and I see pictures of y'all like that, you never going over there again. And I'm gonna cuss their parents out. Like no cap. Like it's not gonna go down. I'm not playing that shit.
Why is this name redacted? You would think the DOJ would want to investigate someone who sent an email to Jeffrey Epstein saying, quote, I give you permission to kill him. Well, thankfully for all of us, the DOJ sucks at their job, and there's actually another version of that email that is less redacted, or more accurately, poorly redacted. Check this out. I give you permission to kill him. He is apparently with Olga. He lied to you. He lied to me. And you can kind of make out the name here to be one Susan Hamblin. Here's an enhanced image. You could read right there, Susan Hamblin. So who is Susan Hamblin? Well, she is evidently a financial advisor and founder of the adoption agency Kids to Families. Looks like the agency no longer exists, but I was able to find this archive in the Wayback Machine. At this point, we still don't know who Olga is, but according to reporting, it says that the only time the name has come up in the Epstein case is when his former lawyer, Alan Dershowitz, recounted getting a massage from a woman of the same name at Epstein's place. Now, interestingly, a few years ago, Susan Hamblin sued News Group Newspapers, the publisher of The Sun, who had printed that Susan Hamblin had groomed and procured a 16-year-old woman to be sexually abused by Epstein and told her that Epstein would kill her and her family if she told anyone what Epstein had done. They've since removed those articles and agreed to pay her a substantial compensation. But one Sue Hamblin can be seen in this photo with Jeffrey Epstein describing her to be his alleged assistant, as well as this photo of her leaving Jeffrey Epstein's New York City apartment describing her as a long-term confidant. A lot of stuff going on here, but the lesson is that this is all information that the DOJ wants to hide from us, but thank goodness the internet is still undefeated.
Jim Carrey's 62nd birthday party of November of 2024 was titled The Laugh Supper, by the group, of course. There is a lot to unpack in this picture. For one, I found it very, very interesting that Jim Carrey was wearing a Saturn shirt, while Seth Green was wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt. What is he doing to his eye? A lot of people would say I would do anything to be in this room with this group of guys. This is some of Hollywood's most famous comedians. However, have we been fooled by the characters they play on and off screen? Let's take Jim Carrey, for example.
I don't exist, so they're all characters that I played, including Jim Carrey, including Joel Barish, including any of those things. They're all characters.
And why would any Hollywood celebrity create a character off screen for the public?
Because I thought I was just building something that people would like, but it was a character.
Do any of you remember Catriona White? She took her own life in 2015 after being Jim Carrey's on and off girlfriend of 3 years. Catriona wrote a letter 2 years prior to taking her own life, claiming that Jim Carrey introduced her to various things including mental abuse, disease, substances, bad atmospheres, you name it. Catriona's mother and her ex-husband both tried to take Jim Carrey to court for the alleged wrongful death of Catriona. However, by February of 2018, the case was thrown out and life went on for everyone. Well, except for Catriona. And let's not forget the video he made for Emma Stone when she was just 22 years old and Jim Carrey was well over 40.
And every day for the rest of your life, you would thank God that I was the appropriate age for you.
So does the world only love the characters they play on and off screen? Do we ever see who they really are? And like I said previously, there's a lot to unpack in this picture. I thought Jim Carrey was leaving the industry and now it's looking like he's even deeper in. Let's kind of break down who the heck is at Jim Carrey's 62nd birthday party.
Rainn Wilson from the hit TV show The Office.
On Rainn Wilson's Twitter account, he has posted some very concerning things regarding human sacrifice and pedophilia. So disturbing, in fact, that I don't even want to read some of them. One goes like this. How many clowns does it take to screw in a light bulb? Answer, 12. 1 to screw it in, and 11 to kidnap and chew on human babies. Another one says, what about human baby meat? Retweet what I should eat for dinner. I am thinking pasta. Pasta symbolizing a little boy. In the 2014 film Cooties, Rainn Wilson plays as a PE teacher at a school called Fort Chicken Elementary. As we have found out, a chicken to the elites is a child to us. Elijah Wood also played a role within this film. And coincidentally, Elijah is known for outing Hollywood's pedophilia problem. He has also been spotted with known Satanists that I have exposed before, including Stephen Colbert, Conan, and Will Ferrell within a Masonic video for the Beastie Boys. Knowing that a chicken to the Hollywood elites is a child makes this even more disturbing. What's the purpose of emulating having intimate relations with a chicken? I'll leave that for you to decide.
It wasn't made by a bunch of truthers. This is BBC. Told you this.
You're going to make this happen?
No. We're going to make models much cheaper. Then we photograph the models.
Fake newsreels?
Yes, fake newsreels. For the past 10 years, people have been looking at our fake newsreels and listening to our fake commentaries.
And they accept it for the truth. And you can do it. Stop 100 people in the street. How many of them have actually seen a missile or a satellite? They're just told they exist and they believe it.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Facts.
You didn't really believe there were all these things whizzing about up there, did you? Sputniks and rockets. Astronauts crossing their legs for 8 days.
How long has this been going on?
Since Hiroshima.
And the H-bomb, you mean, that doesn't work either?
Right. Dirty.
Very, very dirty.
What was your first reaction? Relief. Oh, yes. Yes, it has to be relief.
You say you can put out what pictures you like on television. Doesn't anybody try to stop you?
No, nobody wants to. 99.386% of the population wouldn't believe this conversation. And the rest are working for us. And they're the top minds, the really responsible people. Scare an ostrich, buries its head in the sand. You scare a hedgehog, it rolls itself up into a ball. When a woman's frightened, she goes out and buys herself a hat.
You mean you scare us so that we'll buy more, so that money moves quicker, production moves up?
We don't say scare when we talk about human beings. We say threaten them emotionally. And there are all sorts of ways of not just the big ones like the hydrogen bomb. Overcrowd them a little with bad planning. Sell them too many motor cars. Anything to keep them a little bit removed from reality. Nowadays, people don't work for money. They work for the idea of money. They don't even love for love. They love for the idea of love. They only hate for the idea of hate. It took us 5 years to find a non-addictive D gave them nice little hallucinations. Made them talk like 3-year-olds. Throw flowers at policemen. Politicians are easy to control. The grosser mentality boys who like to be photographed getting in and out of Daimlers and Whitehall. They come right at the bottom of our organization. A few rungs up the ladder, there are the people in the top secret factories. Just those in a position to know they're making weapons that don't really work.
There must come a time when somebody wants to use one of those weapons. I mean, somebody is standing there with a finger on the button.
Well, that's the beauty of it. Nobody presses the button.
That makes you think. You know how they said they threaten people emotionally and get them to buy stuff when humans feel attacked. We women feel down, they go buy stuff. Just like the whole thing with the storms, these little winter storms. What I noticed is every time, and it's since I've been here back on the East Coast, we've been threatened with the super winter storm like 3 times, and every time the stores, the shelves are empty, full of everything. Before that, people was being economical with their money. People are not really spending money like that no more. Then they had to hit us with these storms, and also it's blocking us from certain frequencies that's coming in from the sun. I'm gonna get into that video too. I got videos lined up for y'all. But if you peep the play, more people are spending money right now. Everything is going off the shelves over and over and over again for these past couple of weeks. And what have they been working on? They've been working on the new way to push this economy. They've been working on getting the Clarity Act out here. And when that Clarity Act is pulled, they're manipulating everybody emotionally to get people to sell their positions on certain assets and to buy into the these big companies, to buy their products. Because like I said, people have been very economical with their money. A lot of people are growing their own crops. A lot of people got their own herbs, their own teas, and they're healing themselves within their households. But this right here, to being threatened of being frozen to death, people going to buy the shit off the shelves no matter what.
And now with the Forerunner Chronicles, and right now we're in downtown Toronto on Yonge and Davenport, and as you can see, I'm in front of a Masonic temple, but that's not all it is. Check this out. That's right, as you can see, this Masonic temple is actually MTV Studio. MTV Studios actually bought this Masonic temple to shoot programming in here. And this is just additional information to help you understand everything that we've been talking about in the videos, how they actually try to tap into this occult power so that they can influence our minds with this media. That's what's going on right here behind us at this MTV Studio building, which is nothing more than a Masonic temple. Ladies and gentlemen, wake up. This thing is serious.
So I posted about this person yesterday. If you don't know who this person is, I posted on my Insta story. Go watch the whole video so you can understand, okay? But then it got me thinking, I'm like, wait, I don't think people know who I don't even want to say the name. Like, I really don't. But people know this name. But I don't think people know this name. Shall we? So this slithering demon is an artist who is known for her art or her spirit cooking. Yeah, no, art. It's probably nothing. Art. I have questions for every single celeb that's Does this look like a damn near 80-year-old to you? You know what slows down and reverses the aging process?
I mean, she kind of looked like she got some embalming fluid in her face. I ain't gonna lie.
Starts with an A, ends with the chrome. Probably what's going on with Chris here. Where have I seen that necklace before? Oh yeah, that's right. There it is. There it is. It's so deep, y'all. So
they all been mentioning what?
So here on Earth, right? It's like the war is in existence between light and dark, right? But Earth is like the playing field, if you will, right? You guys, in regards to Jeffrey and the island and trafficking, bro, that is just the tip. If you do not know about SRA, it goes so deep. It goes so deep. We're talking again, if this ancient battle between dark and light, we're going back to the bloodlines. Shapeshifting into humans so they can keep the war going. Do you get it? And even more so, like, if you don't know about this, you have no idea what's going on. This is not art. Let's call it what it is. Demon!
This is Erica Kirk. Another Erica Kirk. Same exact name, same exact spelling, both political wives, both married to outspoken Republicans. Current Erica is nicknamed Miss Arizona, and the first Erica was nicknamed Madam X. People called the first Erica Kirk Madam X because they say she just kind of showed up out of nowhere. Both have striking blue eyes and blonde hair. They even do their eyeliner the same, and personally, I think they have the same face structure. The first Erica Kirk passed away now, but was from Palm Beach County, Florida, which raises another huge red flag. If you've been following my videos, you know why. I don't want to tell you guys what to think. I'm simply giving you the information. Do you think these are like all coincidences, or is there something else going on here?
True that to
But there's too much strangeness going on around these people.
get to a certain level in Hollywood, these famous people have to sacrifice their firstborn child. Is that a crazy thing to say?
I've heard, okay, let me just say for the record, I don't know any of this to be, or like I can't prove what I'm about to say. If you ask me what I can prove, I can't prove this. But if you ask me what I believe,
Yeah.
I believe that there is a club, and I do believe that there are certain people that to attain certain stature or certain level of influence or power, fame, whatever, you're required to either sacrifice a blood sacrifice, whether it be a mom or a relative or whatever, or transition one of your kids, because it's all worshiping their God, their false God.
So what are the signs that you see that make you think that that's true?
Well, how many, what do you mean? Just go Google your stars and see how many of them lost a parent, or how many of them lost a kid, died in accidents, or died during, a certain period of time in their life. Go Google, go see how many stars have transgender kids. Who do you think's pushing that? Where do you think that comes from? That is Baphomet. That is satanic.
It's dark.
It's evil.
It's very dark.
I'm a conspiracy theorist, but you don't have to be one to think that this is insane. The US Department of War tweeted that yes, they have directed energy weapons, and yes, they are scaling them. For years, if you even mentioned this kind of technology, you got mocked, you got fact-checked, and you got called a crazy conspiracy theorist. And now it's just openly admitted. So what is a directed?
Hold up, directed energy weapon. Okay, I get that. Who is the man? I'm confused. Is that a ghost nigga? Like, y'all get it? Y'all see the person behind her? I ain't tripping. Gotta be two different videos.
Energy weapon. It's a weapon that uses electromagnetic or particle energy to destroy its targets. Extremely deadly. Theoretically could even start fires that burn abnormally fast and other things like that. And maybe this technology has been around a lot longer than we're told. Here's an image from the 1871 Chicago fire. And what's that? If you see here, this laser does not incinerate the color blue, so the people painting their roofs blue aren't so crazy anymore, are they? And what exactly are they scaling them for? But what do I know? I'm just a conspiracy theorist. Let me know what you think.
Elon Musk would open demonic portals as a child, and he had evil pitch-black eyes when he was born. According to his childhood babysitter Rosemary, she said Elon's mother told her he wasn't the Antichrist, but that his role would be to, quote, present the mark, which the babysitter believes refers to Neuralink. She also alleged that his real name is El Elyon, a figure that Lawrence Gardner equates to Ahriman, the being whom Rudolf Steiner described as aiming to increase humanity's materialistic and robotic nature, sever the connection to the soul, merge humanity with machines, and use AI to bring other beings into the world. Funnily enough, Elon Musk himself stated in a 2014 Bloomberg interview that he is, quote, summoning the demon with artificial intelligence. This all sounds wild until you hear Montauk whistleblower Arkham Ra's testimony, where he claims to have witnessed Elon Musk and his mother consuming at the Mothers of Darkness Castle in Belgium, a location where both Alondra Markman and Arizona Wilder have independently said they were forced to perform satanic rituals for elite bloodline families. Follow me for more hidden knowledge.
Another creature I spent time with down in the tunnel was a dog man. Now, to be clear, this was not the genetic chimera of a dog man talked about on the Confessionals podcast, which are genetically half wolf and half man. These beasts are terrifying and they are everywhere. And I'm convinced that it is these that are causing the disappearance of many people. However, this dog man that I got to know was a surgical chimera. That means that a dog, a German Shepherd to be exact, had his head surgically removed, and a man had his head surgically removed. And the heads were switched so that the German Shepherd body had a man's head and the man's body had a German Shepherd's head. This caused neurological and constitutional havoc for both creatures. They were miserable. The man's body, controlled by the dog head, urinated by lifting his leg on every corner he passed. The man's body rejected the raw meat eaten by the dog's head with explosive diarrhea. The man's body was desperately thin from malnourishment. The surgical wounds on their necks were festering, and somehow being attached to the wrong body caused them great pain neurologically. The sheer magnitude of what the evil ones are doing underground is mind-blowing.
No one can seem to agree on anything anymore except for two things.
Pizza and us.
And us. Cruised down, went over to their house. They made us homemade pizza, and it was an amazing time. I sat next to Bono. It was a good day.
That is a good day.
It was, and her parties are incredible at her house, too.
Yeah, she does have good parties, and she makes good pizza as well.
She makes great pizza,
Wonderful,
yes.
wonderful pizza. All right.
I'm really excited about the possibility of having a pizza party with a pop star. Do you have pizza parties with pop stars often? No.
Hell nah. Not the type of pizza party you talking about.
Just checking.
You really are a genuine fan, and it's amazing. And we've known each other for years. Yeah. You've been to my house. We've had pizza. Earl, after my own heart, do we love a pizza or what? We love a pizza. It's so good. It's so much fun. Now,
So tell me about Joe and your relationship with Joe, and what do I need to know? Like, what's the thing about the ice cream? He loves ice cream. Tell me about that.
Ice cream is big. Pasta with red sauce. He can go deep on that.
And why does their website have a super secured backdoor to a secret division where you can order pizza pictures for absurd prices? This screenshot was made public by a hacker. It's in low resolution, so I will read out loud what it says at the bottom. This month we have 5 fresh pizzas for your enjoyment. We also have 4 surviving pizzas from last month's session. All are on sale at an extremely low price, as they are in poor health and not expected to survive. So a requirement is that you finish eating your pizza after your session. This month's special includes a 30% discount on severe torture. Each image below is available for $1,000 in fine print. Why are they talking about kill rooms, murder, and rinsing it off when you're done? What the hell is going on here?
These children are not just kidnapped and in some cases bred by families as a cash crop.
What kinds of things went on in the family?
Rituals in which babies would be sacrificed. There were people who bred babies in their family.
We have people in the United States of America that breed children in order to sell them. And when they are sold, they come without birth certificates, which means it's easier to kill them and have no one ask where they are. We're also importing children by the plane load. Again, children who have no documentation. It's not just child slavery or child sex abuse. It's also child torture.
Survivor, child snuff industry, high-ranking government officials.
Look at the sign behind. Everyone must check in. It states right in the FEMA drill manual, everyone must check in. Here it is. This photograph was sent around the world. It turns out there was a second photograph taken by Shannon Hicks from further back. The children are being rearranged. They were rearranging the children to get the best shot. But this was a staged photograph that it was actually taken as early as in October. And here's yet one more close-up of in the background there. Notice more parents in the background. Dash cam footage shows they weren't there. And of course, they weren't there. The school had been closed since 2008. There weren't any students to evacuate. Person after person on the scene was wearing a name tag on a lanyard. Look at that. I mean, we have a whole system here of color-coded name tags. And why? What do we see going on here? We see evidence, indications that what's actually taking place is a drill. We've actually been able to discover the FEMA manual for this drill, as the next slide shows. Exercise play is scheduled until the exercise director controller determines that the exercise objectives has been met. Everyone must sign in with controllers upon arrival, which explains the sign. And because the drill is taking place on the 13th, there was confusion in the minds of some of those who were participating. They recorded Adam Lanza's death on the wrong day.
Something's happening. Okay.
Jen, hang up. I need you to get off that phone.
I'm saying these things out of love for my fellow humans. The shot is not medicine. It is an intro-body nano network administered through. What they're finding in people are not blood clots. It is self-assembling, self-replicating nanotechnology. Lipid nanoparticles that have been modified on a molecular level, wrapped in pegylation, polyethylene glycol, one of the components that can be used to make hydrogel. The lipid particles are modified to be more sensitive to heat and frequency. When placed in the human body, they become excited from the heat. In that excitement, they vibrate. With that excitement, magnetofection is created, and the particles slowly drift towards each other, hence self-assembly. This intra-body nano network is the first step to make the human body a device linked into the Internet of Bodies. The shot also changes human DNA, rendering the person a GMO owned by a corporation. This allows for the system to freely harvest psychological, biological, genetic, and physiological data from the individual without their knowledge or permission. They are now products owned by the corporation that gave them the poke. At the top of all of those corporations is BlackRock and Vanguard. Information is now the new gold, and it will be the foundation for the new financial system coming, the CBDC. The next step is a quantum dot tattoo that will slowly release quantum microdots, chips, into the human body, individualizing and authenticating all data for each individual. This is part of a transhuman agenda being initiated upon the population without their knowledge by global elitists working primarily through the WEF, the WHO, the IMF, and other global control systems that are not any part of one government. This technology will link every human being into the Internet of Bodies. It is the foundation for a global CBDC that will be controlled with quantum systems. This technology has the capacity to fully surveil and control every individual.
And actually, my prediction is in the benign scenario of the future that the robots will actually make so many robots and AI that they will actually saturate all human needs. Meaning you won't be able to even think of something to ask the robot for at a certain point. There will be such an abundance of goods and services because my prediction is that there'll be more robots than people. So,
but how do you then have human purpose in that scenario?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing's perfect, but it is a necessary. You can't have both. You can't have work that has to be done and amazing abundance for all.
And then the big political and economic question of the 21st century will be, what do we need humans for? Or at least, what do we need so many humans for?
Do you have an answer in the book?
At present, the best guess we have is keep them happy with drugs and computer games.
And we call this the metaverse.
What you guys do in here?
Pretty much everything that you would do in the real world.
Or at least, what do we need so many humans for?
Would constitute a new useless class.
When I say that these are useless humans, it's not from the viewpoint of the mother, of the wife, of the son. Or at least, what do we need so many humans for?
First, we've got population. Now, the world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
Or at least, what do we need so many humans for?
Forget the conspiracy. Listen to our government agencies. These guys are telling the truth. There's no conspiracy here, folks. Just get your damn vaccine.
All right. Thank you, doctor.
Boy, I swear they just be capping us down. Boy, they say the devil will say what they say. The devil will say anything, bruh, to get you. And that's exactly what's going on, man. Like, woo! All my GMO people out there, I'm glad to tell y'all that I'm non-GMO and I'm doing just fine, you know. I prefer not to be under control. I prefer not to, if a flitch is turned, not to be a zombie out here in these streets, you feel me? Like, it's gonna be like 80% of people that's gonna turn into zombies, man. I just hope that, like I said, I just hope that it's not like I Am Legend zombie, or they stacking up and they running, scaling buildings and knocking cars over. I ain't got time for that. That right there, that's just diabolical. I Am Legend. Hell nah. Give me the slow ones. Give me the slow ones, please, y'all. Just turn into the slow zombies. It's okay. I can deal with that, you know. Maybe I can find a cure and like turn y'all back, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that's the foresee a real thing that's gonna happen, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. Detox, man. Take care of y'all bodies, man. Take care of your families. But look, if you're seeing this video and you made it to the end of this, I'll be going live tonight. We're gonna be doing more reactions to other videos. We're gonna keep this thing going for the whole month. I'm back. I'm better. I'm getting back into my groove, and I appreciate y'all for being patient with me, man. But look, like I always say, spread love, because there's too much hate in this world. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video, and I'm out though. Wow.